Hello, everybody. Welcome to the first Monday Night Live of 2021. And it just so happened is a makeupless Monday Night Live. So this one probably won't make it on YouTube. So if you're catching the replay, be sure to type replay in the comments so that I know that you stopped by. And team leaders, if you don't see that your team watched this yet, feel free to tag them because I don't want anyone to miss out and say, hey, I've got a few live viewers, so say hey, so I know that you're here. And tonight, this will probably be pretty quick. I have plans for later in the week. I don't know exactly when. It might be Saturday. But I want to get on Zoom with anybody that's available and do a goal setting dream board exercise. So if you have not yet grabbed the freebie from Amanda Todd with that.life, I'll put the link in the comments when I hop off here so that you can grab that. So hello, Danielle. And I can't see the other people because they probably don't have StreamYard accounts. So I'm just gonna peek at the comments. Jennifer and Lucinda, hello, hello. Oh, we got somebody else. I'll just wait. I'll see their name and I'll say hey. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna screen share and show you guys the tax, what am I calling it? I don't know what I'm calling it. Expense tracker. That's what I'm calling it. I want to show you the expense tracker that I put together. There's a couple other tabs on here, and then I wanted to pick your brain and get feedback and see if there was anything else you thought you needed. And then I will get these, if I can figure out how to get them all into one PDF, I'll do that for my paper people, and I'll share this entire workbook in a link for my digital people. So let me share my screen. Hi, Brenda. So, and I apologize, y'all, I have a million tabs open, so I'm so sorry for that. You'll probably, I don't know if you can see or not, maybe not. So this is so the expense tracker is multiple tabs. So I made this in Google Sheets, and the first tab is called the month-end close. And you guys, this is something that I have been planning to implement in my business for several years now. So I've decided like now's the time. So basically across the top, I have all the months of the year. Down in column A, I've got different potential business expenses. And now I am not a tax consultant. I have to say that every time. So you will want to consult whoever does your taxes to check with them on what you're eligible to deduct in your business and what you are not. There is no harm in tracking all of this though. These things in these columns are what I give my accountant every year. And I'm assuming she uses them all. But again, I'm not a tax professional, so I can't consult you on any of that, but I wanted to tell you what I do or what I track. So in this handy dandy document, every month, so basically the month ends on either the 30th, 31st, or in February's case, it's the 28th or 29th, depending on the year. You would that next morning or within a couple days of that new month starting, you need to do your month-end close. So you're going to want to go and pull up your sales volume for the previous month. I'll share my screen in just a minute and show you where you can find that. Hey, John. Then you're going to want to enter any discounts that you gave that month. You'll want to track any products you gave away as gifts or donations. So like if, let's just say there was a silent auction for, a Boy Scout troop or for a nonprofit organization that was raising money for whatever reason, and you decided to donate some Pink Zebra product, you would include that there. Demo products are anything that you purchase to demonstrate at a party. I would also include I I think I would include the products there that you sample. So sprinkles that you get to make samples with, I think can work in the demo product section. Then you've got business supplies. So those are things like business cards, office supplies, I'm trying to think of some really good examples. Pens, paper, things that you may purchase for your party, like if you go out and purchase some coffee beans to take to your home parties. So those are just a few. The next item is payment processing fees. It used to say card processing because I use Square, and so I know I get charged a percent per transaction. And now I'm using PayPal, Venmo, occasionally Zelle. There's no fees with Zelle. That's through the bank. But with PayPal, if I send someone a payment request as a business owner, there is a fee. Hi, Mariah. There's a fee that comes off of the top, basically. You can ask people to send you money as friends and family. That's great. But honestly, in PayPal's eyes, and this is especially if you're doing business with someone that you've never done business with before, you really should accept it as a business payment so that both parties are protected. So any fees that you incur collecting money from people. The next item is travel and entertainment, which right now we don't have a lot of travel, but let's think about July. If you're traveling, if you're going to fly to Branson or even not fly to Branson, maybe you're driving, but you'll have a hotel. If you're flying, you have a flight. Entertainment, I consider meals kind of under that bucket as well. So meals that you have, when you're traveling for Pink Zebra events. Yep. And then meetings and events, I always put any registration that I pay for a reunion, for rallies, or for vendor events. And then marketing and advertising. So I include what I pay for Club Pink there. I am a ScentFlirt subscriber, and I typically will give those items away. So if I give them away, I would put them in the gifts or donations. But if I don't give them away and I just use them for marketing purposes to advertise ScentFlirt, then I would include that there. With postage, that would be anything you pay to mail samples. If a customer pays you for shipping, though, you wouldn't include the shipping of what you spent to send them the product there unless there was a difference. Like maybe you charge someone $5, but it actually cost you $8. That $3 difference, you definitely could include in your postage column. Then you've got your cell phone. And I talked about this on the training that I did last week about how I've estimated that 75% of my cell phone usage is business. And that's, talking with you guys, talking with customers, making graphics or posting for my business, scheduling posts, all those things. About 75% is business related. So what I do, and again, consult your tax professional, is I'll go through my Verizon statements every month and I'll look at what my portion of the bill is. I'll add it all up and then I multiply it by 0.75 to find out. I think I did that right. No, maybe 0.25. One of those numbers to find out what my portion of the bill really is. So if it was 50%, I'd divide it in half, and it used to be 50% for a long time. Same thing with my internet. I take my home internet and I estimate how much of that home internet usage is for business. Obviously, right now I'm connected to Wi-Fi for my laptop. So this is an instance where I'm using the internet for business purposes. And then mileage, you guys, mileage is one of the things that I am truly the worst at tracking, and I will get better because I'm going to put it out in the universe. But honestly, last year, I didn't drive a whole lot of places for business, so it made it very easy to track. There wasn't a whole lot. But you're going to want to track any miles that you drive in your vehicle for business purposes. So driving to maybe a rally location, or if you're driving to reunion, driving to parties, driving to make deliveries, so on and so forth. Definitely keep good records for that. And then there's the bottom part is the square footage for your home office space. And so I marked out all the boxes across the bottom except the one in the total column, because you don't actually need to input this number every single month. This is just a one-time number that you need to know to be able to give whoever does your taxes. So that's there. This spreadsheet, for anyone who's going to use it through Google Sheets, you will have, there's a formula set up. So let's just say in January, I sold 400. In February, I sold 1,000. You can see that my numbers are totaling across the end. And so I wanted to make that really easy for y'all. If you're doing the paper version, obviously you'll do the math all yourself. So I wanted to share this. If you have any questions, feel free to type them in the comments. I'm going to move on to the next tab though, so I can, use my time wisely and not have a whole lot of downtime for you guys who are watching. So the next one is what I'm calling the discounts log. And this one's like so basic. I can't imagine that I need any other columns here, but I've got the date, a place to put the customer name, the amount of the discount, and then any notes I want to include. And I'll probably make this column bigger. Yep. Maybe even bigger than that. So you could put, let's say tomorrow a customer reaches out and let's just say I promised her like $5 off her next order for whatever reason. So I'd put her name, I'd put $5, and then I'd put, customer appreciation promotion or whatever. However, whatever I need to put here to remind myself of kind of why that discount happened. Maybe I'd put party special or something like that. So that's a place where you can track it. I don't have a formula set up here. I could very well do it, but I wasn't sure how many lines to put in because I didn't really know how many lines people would need over the course of a year. Then the last tab is, and I'm going to probably extend the notes here too. This is your gift and donation tracker. So this is literally just like the other tab, except it's just separate information. So this is where you're going to put things that you gave away or donated for your business. Okay. So I'm going to hop back over here because nope, I haven't missed any comments. That's great. So any questions, any thoughts on any other business related trackers that you'd like to see? Like, would you like a mileage log so that, maybe you keep it in your phone, but like once or twice a month, you actually go update something? Like, I want it to be as simple for you all as possible. Hey, April, the last thing that I want is you guys to feel like there's a whole lot of extra just like fluff stuff you have to do through the month, but I also don't want you to do what I do at the end of a year. And number one, I procrastinate for a really long time when it comes to taxes. And then I have to look all over the place for everything because I don't have a good system. So we're all starting 2021 off on the right foot, or we have a system now. So it doesn't matter, if you weren't great at tracking all those things last month or last year, we're all starting fresh. And so I feel like this will be incredibly, incredibly helpful as we move forward. So yeah, just let me know what questions you have. And of course, if you have any comments on other trackers, that would be helpful. I did upload today in our file section of our group a sample tracker, and there is a PDF for anyone who likes paper. You can print it out, write all over it. Then there's also a link to a Google Sheet so that you can make your own copy and have your own version that you can then input text into and track digitally. Same thing with a prospect tracker. And I have a couple columns there of things that I thought would be helpful to track. Of course, once you make your own copy, once you have your own version, change it as you see fit. And if you do make some additions or even some changes, let me know what you decide to do, because that will help me as I update further versions of it. I want it to be super helpful and something that people can and will use, because I've been guilty of trying to keep people's names and information in my head, and then I always seem to fall short. I forget about someone. I don't follow up with someone as much as I would like to, and that's why, you know, you guys saw, for those of you who joined me last week during our trainings, I'm trying to track so many things so that I don't miss anyone, so that no one falls through the cracks. That's the last thing I want. And it's helping me feel super, super organized. So that's really good. So I don't see any comments or questions, so that's exciting. The last thing that I wanted to say before I hop off here is that if you have not watched the video that I shared this morning, I forget what it was called, but I posted it this morning, and I thanked Jason for sharing it with me. We watched it last night, and I really, really liked it. I'm probably one of the world's worst people when it comes to waking up first thing in the morning and checking my phone. So I will have you know that this morning, I probably didn't look at my phone for the first hour after I woke up, and I could have went a little longer, except I needed to do some math. But just watch the video if you haven't watched it. I'd love to get your thoughts and your feedback on what you think about it. And I'm going to try and make that, you know, a daily occurrence, because honestly, there's nothing so urgent that ever pops up on my phone while I'm sleeping that I have to acknowledge the minute that I wake up. You hear me, Jason?
We'll see.
He said, we'll see. I don't know if you heard that. So I am going to try and do that. And the reason behind it is that the speaker, his name's, is it Jim Quick?
Yeah.
Yeah, Jim Quick said, if you want to own your day, you have to own the first hour of your day, or you want to win the day, you got to win the first hour of the day. And so the first hour of the day is not scrolling your phone, looking at all the notifications. It's not checking your email. He said your inbox is other people's agenda for your day and for your life. And so we don't, you know, it's our agenda. It's what we want to accomplish. And he recommends having 3 personal and 3 business things every day that you want to tackle. And so, you know, when I was selling Mary Kay, we always had the 6 most important things to do list. So it's kind of like perfect that 3 and 3 is 6. So you could make that, you know, before you go to bed at night, or you could use that hour in the morning for, you know, planning and reflecting, however you want to do it. I know for me, if I have a lot of things swirling around in my brain, I get into kind of a state of almost paralysis. Like when there's too much on my mind, I can't really function. Same way, like if my desk is messy, I struggle to function. Like I don't know what to do next. So I find that when I am feeling overwhelmed, feeling like there's a lot swirling around in my brain, I will make a list. I call it a brain dump. I will dump it all down on paper, and then I'll categorize it based on where it falls, personal, business, whatnot. And that always seems to really help me. And then it gives me a place to focus. And so, you know, I'll probably do my 3 and 3 list before I go to bed at night, so that I can start tackling it and checking it off the next morning. And yeah, we're just going to see how that works for me. I hope I can stick with it. I'll be honest, my alarm went off. I used my phone for my alarm. I did glance like at the home screen, the locked home screen, and I didn't open any notifications or look at anything, but obviously I saw like, oh, I got an email from like Target. So it wasn't like, oh, I can't look at my phone. No, it's literally, I'm not going to open my phone and go through all those notifications. I'm not going to scroll Facebook for 30 minutes. I'm not going to hop on Candy Crush or one of those other fun games I like to play. I'm not going to do any of those things. I actually came down, well, first of all, I started folding a load of laundry. I put some clothes from the washer to the dryer. I came downstairs and loaded, actually, I may have unloaded and reloaded the dishwasher, and I made our coffee. So that was kind of how my hour went. And I did feel incredibly productive today. And I don't know if it was because it was my first day back at my day job. So I just was feeling like energized from time off. I can't say for certain that it was how I spent my first hour, but it's very possible. So I just wanted to share that with you because I am truly committed to being more productive. I want to procrastinate less in 2021. I will procrastinate less in 2021. I don't want to hold myself back. I don't want to, sabotage myself because I feel like so much is happening on Facebook that I need to scroll aimlessly and look at it, or I can't, really start my day until I've played Candy Crush. Like, those are just some of the lies we tell ourselves. So anywho, I'm going to get ready and hop off here. We're going to take Ava for a walk. I know she's so excited. Again, let me know some feedback from the Google Sheets. I'll wait till tomorrow to get them all posted, the expense trackers. And then also let me know, is there just anything in general that I haven't shared yet, tracker-wise, that you think would be helpful to have? I'd appreciate that feedback. So you guys have an amazing night, and I'll talk to you later. Bye, y'all.